6 o'clock.
Ralph Knight.
I'd like to call this meeting to order. Opening prayer. Let's do the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Amen. Bless this meeting. We need it. Old business. What do we have for old business?
Insurance stuff, I believe.
You know, looking at I guess this is the right place. Looking at the packet that we have, what the trucks are worth, to the inventory and station stuff and things like that. You know, I guess the first one I'd ask is, I'll just go down by the list of things that I wrote down. Workman's comp, do we need to go out for bids on that?
No, what I've got is, I have gotten them all from Kim.
Okay.
So, she texted me tonight. We were having issues with part of this. Okay, so the workman's comp, and it's in my report
Was 76
as well, is
Well, I mean,
$76.36
per year?
is the cost. It's per year. That's for employees that just need a new roster. But we need to get that going. They need to be covered as soon as possible.
I know, but I guess we don't have to go out for bids for that? For insurance?
I mean, I checked with another company, Winterden, out of Jeff City. I did check with them. She could not provide me a work comp policy for firefighters.
Goddamn camera.
I just think
Okay.
maybe after this year, we would have to go out for bids, but being the situation we're in, maybe.
Because of the time limit we have,
Right. Yeah. Maybe
I would agree with that.
we could forego that and then,
Okay,
going into the next fiscal year, then
okay.
we do it.
So do you want to go ahead and take a vote to approve their work comp to take effect starting tomorrow? Because
Yes, yeah.
Yes.
I'll make that motion. Second. All in favor? Okay. Workman's comp, she couldn't come up with any disability. No, we got it. Never mind. We got it with the disability.
Mm-hmm.
Just so you guys know, there is a disability policy on you if you get injured, so that's, but now don't go get injured, okay?
Yeah.
Right.
And with that being said, we don't have a policy set up yet, but I would, I'd like to go back with the old, kind of like the old policy. If there is an injury or an accident, whoever is driving or whoever the accident's bus has to go somewhere and get a blood test,
Mm-hmm.
drug test.
drug test.
Agree.
And, yeah, I mean, that's something we're gonna have to work on later. We gotta do policies and procedures. But we got so much crap going on right now, we don't know what's up.
You want urine and blood or just urine?
No, just urine.
Yeah, it's just
Not blood.
So
yeah,
we're-
your analysis.
That we'll have if an accident occurs that we take up there.
Yeah.
So, I guess you just go to
Go to them.
Hannibal Regional. Oh my God, that's $1,000 worth right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just don't get hurt.
Where,
I mean, if it's in the daytime, but chances are with your old situation, it's gonna be after hours,
yeah,
If
if it's in the daytime, go to a local doctor. If it's after hours,
Can the police,
no,
they can't do anything, okay.
No.
You almost gotta go to the hospital to
yeah,
Yeah.
get ours.
Well,
Yeah.
depending on the injury, you may be transported by the ambulance anyways.
true,
Yeah.
true. But if it's a wreck, it's,
Well, workman's comp would pick it up anyways if
it is what it is, so,
Like
Yeah.
a light pole.
yeah. Could have been.
right. Anyways,
Okay.
so
Da, 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 da.
that's workman's comp. What about this bonds?
The bonding.
Okay, so the bonding, we have The price that she came back with was like $755 per year for Tony and for Gary and for me. So it was more like,
For all three of them?
no,
Per person.
right. Because they had an issue, they kind of had an issue with the fact we don't have a separation of duties in this position here. As far as I get the bills, I pay the bills, I reconcile the statement, I'm like, but I give the board everything. They get a copy of the bank statement, they get my bills payable, they get a breakdown of where everything's at, they get a budget report, every bottom line equals. You know, I said, they approve this every month when we have these. And she says, well, I guess they want something
But
else.
every board member does that. Every
I
board
know,
member gets
which
that.
is, I know, and you all approve them.
Mhm.
So anyway, she says, well, I guess maybe they need somebody else to make a deposit or something. I'm like, okay, whatever. Anyway, so she was trying to get a blanket. So she found a employee dishonesty bond for a $250,000 blanket, which will cover Gary and Tony and I. That's $263 annual premium. I will need to be a W-2 employee, and the board members will need to be added by endorsement. And it's not $250,000 each, it's $250,000 blanket for the three of us.
For how much?
$263 a month, or excuse me, a year, annual premium.
That makes more sense.
That makes more sense.
Yeah.
So do we want to approve that?
I would like to make, we get any conversation on it?
Well, that sounds reasonable to me.
Okay. I'll make a motion to approve that.
Second. We
All
trade
in
off.
favor?
Aye. Me and Tony trade it back and forth.
I can't read and think at the same time, so bear with me tonight.
No, you're fine.
And she did say on the work comp, she said it is subject to final review and subject to change after we give the order for them to bind it, but they did not give her any updated quote, so it might change a little bit, but it shouldn't be much.
Okay.
That's the 7363.
Well, while we're still on this insurance thing, I was getting with, you know, we got, I don't know that that's enough money on the trucks. You know, it's definitely not enough money on the station. You got the station insured for $406,000.
I don't think you put it up for $500,000.
You can't.
Yeah.
So do you over-insure yourself?
Then you get into a situation, are you insurance poor?
Our stations burn every day, but
406.
I don't know. We just go with what we got for now. The
Yeah,
substation, even the substation, you can't put the substation up for $43,000.
No, that's just the inventory, that's not the building.
That's not the building. This
Ah.
is just inventory stuff.
Oh, okay.
Stuff on
This is not.
Ah,
Oh,
I didn't
okay.
understand that. That's why they
Okay.
say
That's
so.
just the inventory.
So last
Oh,
night,
okay.
So this
yesterday
is property and
afternoon,
liability.
Yeah.
at probably about 3:30, I got a phone call from Carla because I've been trying to catch up with her for quite some time. Finally made contact yesterday. I came down here last night, talked to these guys, Brandon and Cam and Ronnie, about where we at on the inventory. Here's what I need. Can we get it by tomorrow night? And so they busted their back ends.
Thank you guys
and
for that.
yes, and they got me these figures. Was what 10:30, 10:45? I don't know, 10 o'clock,
Yeah,
somewhere in
it was
there.
almost 11.
We had a late night.
Thank you, guys.
And
We
anyway,
had
so
11:30.
so they broke this down for me. So the station 1, the station 2, and the station 3, these are contents for each one of these
I didn't
buildings.
understand that. I thought it was, okay.
So where it says inventory, that's the total of the station 1, 2, 3, and the truck equipment.
Okay.
But you
Good.
need to ignore that inventory number because the trucks, we're looking at a 3.7. Station 1, 2, and 3 contents are respective the 406, 43, and 139. The truck equipment is what we would probably be calling the inland marine, which is what the stuff that you put on the trucks when you go to the fire.
Okay.
So that's the 645. So they divided it up the way Carla needed it to get her stuff. So what I needed from you guys, I think the main concern that we had was our inventory amount for the contents was only 135,000. And it seems to me that we do need to increase that.
Quite a bit.
I don't know what you want to increase it to. I have asked her, I don't think she got the pricing.
Those figures don't include the buildings either.
Right, these are not the buildings, not the structure,
It's
just the
contents inside.
inventory.
The bill, it cost us 400,000, didn't it, the first time to just do this part?
Yeah, it was more than that.
I don't remember now. It was pretty high.
I don't know.
400,000.
The roof
A
part
little,
was-
that was like 460-some thousand or something.
Yeah, I think it was, yeah.
And today, it'd be 600
Just
thousand.
from here.
Yeah, that was just from there over.
So,
And you tear those
So you're looking at 5 million without the cost of the buildings.
plenty of insurance. I think that's fine, without, you know, and just leave it like it is, the building.
I believe we were gonna leave everything like it was, make sure we took off that building over there,
Yeah.
Right,
Take that one.
and we needed to take off, obviously, the command vehicle,
right.
and we were leaving all the values pretty much where they were. The only concern we had was the contents, which, like I said, was at like 135,000. I asked her to get me pricing for 250, 500, and $1 million, because I wasn't sure where our numbers were gonna get up to. But I think we could probably go to, what was it, 8?
I think,
Somewhere between 700, maybe 750 or 800,000. That's gonna jack the price up, but
Right. What's the price right now?
18 grand a year.
18 grand a year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 135,075.
well,
So we're talking what, 20 grand a year, hypothetically.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, you're more than, you know, you're upping that 135 depending on where you go to
Yeah, so
by
you
quite a
could-
bit.
So you could be hypothetically
25 to 30.
25 to 30, yeah.
So you're saying upping it to that, or what?
What do you guys want to do?
Ooh. Too much thinking on it.
A lot of, I don't know, you're rolling the dice.
Do you want to take a
Probably
small
pretty
bite and
good
go
thing.
from 135 to 300?
I think we need to, I agree we need to up it, but I'm kind of like with Jackie, take a small bite at it now
Yes.
until we see what
what
kind of
comes.
revenue we got coming in. Because, I mean, do we really want to commit to another $6,000 or $7,000 that
It's gone.
this early in the game?
Not counting the trucks, there's 588,000 of inventory just in the station.
Well, you know, insurance is one of those things that
Damn if you do.
you
damn if
don't, you never have enough when you need it. It's just that
Exactly.
simple, no matter what it is.
Yeah.
You just
Yeah,
never do, so.
it's all the little
I'd
things that
say
you
we
forgot
do the
to
best we can
inventory.
do. We're bringing it up to, what'd you say, 300?
Said 3. That's over doubling it a little bit, but
We'll bring it up to that.
Yeah.
so we're gonna leave everything the same, remove the ones we talked about, and increase our contents to 300,000.
Yes.
Yes.
Need to put that in motion.
Need a motion.
I'll make that a motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Thank you, Ashley. You got it.
Mhm.
You answered my questions.
I did?
You
Good.
did. Okay. Is that it with insurance?
So let me ask this. Speaking of insurance, you know, we went through this, we got this, you know, that's property and liability. Is that, when you talk about property, is this just personal property? It's not, you said without the buildings. What is our
This
coverage?
meaning out without the buildings.
Okay,
That,
This policy.
that 18,000 is covering
with
the buildings too. Okay,
Yes. Mhm.
all right,
And the trucks.
That's
and-
what-
yeah.
okay, that's fine. I was just trying to get on the same page and, so where do we stand on moving forward on that? Have we got everything from the city that we were supposed to get to be able to move forward?
no.
No.
So basically, we've got all this information and we're sitting in limbo until they get off the,
But she can get me a quote based off all of this information
Well,
and
I have a
decided what we want.
I have a suggestion about that. You know, if we haven't got it by the next city council meeting,
Which is Thursday?
this Thursday, if we haven't got what we need by the next council meeting, I think maybe we just need to go up to city council and we need to ask them for it. And maybe it's time to embarrass them that we shucked them $400,000 and they're not carrying out their part.
Exactly.
Okay, so I reached out to Carl last night and asked him what the status was.
Backed up so I can't see.
He said that he said I reached out to John via email. The legal description should be locked in and the city should be approving the transfer by ordinance if they haven't already. At the point the city approves the ordinance at, It is simply a matter that the city executing and recording the quitclaim deed. So,
All right, now put that in layman's terms.
basically, they've got the legal description lined out. It's just a matter of the city passing an ordinance to allow them to enter into, to sign off on the quitclaim deed to transfer the property from them to us.
So give them the money. Give them,
So my
They
I
should have it
guess,
Thursday. If they've already got this stuff, they should be.
so my
they should be on the
question
agenda.
is,
I'll be at the city council meeting.
we are
anyway,
2 months
Thursday night.
behind when they said they were gonna give it to us.
That's why I said we should have kept 200,000 over 400,000 that we didn't have anyway.
Right, but, you know, I'm just saying, shouldn't their attorney on their side have been,
Well,
do we have, is there any repercussion for what they're doing?
no. Let's just do it this way, because everything seems to be running smoothly.
Right.
If we haven't got something from them by the next city council meeting, we'll go to city council meeting. You know, that if we, sounds like they're gonna have it by Thursday night. And if they don't, then we'll just go to the city council meeting and ask them where it's at.
Fair enough.
Well, sounds good to you all?
Sounds fair
Now,
enough.
as far as the titles go, I have most of them. There's 3 or 4 I'm missing, and so Jeanette has put in to get duplicates of those. So,
But that could have been a mess anyway, trying to figure out where they were.
but I have most of them. So,
Okay.
So my question is, because I don't know, do we have like a safety deposit box for the fire department or something we're gonna keep this stuff in, or? Is
we have
there,
a fireproof. No, it's not fireproof, is it?
Nothing's fireproof.
Yeah.
I didn't know if we had,
Even though you guys are good, nothing's fireproof.
yeah, nothing fireproof.
Fire resistant.
It's just a thought, you know, we're gonna
Well-
start having titles and insurance policies and things that we need to keep.
Small safety deposit box at our bank, maybe they'll,
I can check into that.
I mean, it's just a thought.
yeah,
I mean, I'm just thinking like I keep
Maybe
all
they'll-
my titles in my gun safe, but
maybe
That
they'll
ain't-
do this one,
I mean, it's gonna,
doing business with them, how about that?
They might. Because
Yeah,
they
they
don't
might.
want
yeah,
to-
it doesn't mean that.
Sounds like a deal to me.
And I know you asked
Y'all gonna have
last
to be in a
time
hurry so they don't burn up.
about all the files. So I bought a thumb drive. This is the checkbook. The thumb drive is in here. So
Thumb drive.
every time I update something, it gets updated on here
Are you
and
trying to
put
make me
back
feel
in
bad or
here.
what?
No, but I just want you to know it's here. I tried to email everything to Aaron and it wouldn't go through because there's too much stuff. So
Oh,
I bought a thumb drive, but it's all here.
she's trying to
So
make
if something
me-
happens to me, find the checkbook.
Thank
and
you.
we're good. Not a problem.
All right, I guess we're at the secretary's report.
Okay. Well, I have a report, that's for sure.
Um,
We have the minutes from the November 5th meeting and the minutes from the November 12th meetings.
So the regular
We need
meeting.
one was a regular and one was a special, so we just
Yeah.
need a motion to
Yeah.
approve.
I don't know whether anybody's looked over or not, but
I was at both of them, so I'll make a motion.
I'll second that. All in favor? Aye.
Saw a hand come through the.
I was gonna say, he was
I just stuck
aye.
his hand through the door.
Yeah, he's listening.
Okay, so Spectrum, this should be taken care of within the next week or so. I have also reached out to Mindy Hayes. For our rec center group, we have a phone number, but we have no phone line or anything like that. So there is a phone number that they call that goes straight to Mindy's phone. So she's got a number that's specifically dedicated to the rec center, but we don't have to actually have a landline or any specific phone it goes to. Is that something you'd be interested in
Repeat
for
that
the
again.
fire department?
How's it work?
So there's a phone number for the rec center. And when somebody calls that phone number, it goes directly to Mindy's personal cell phone.
Mhm.
So she's not carrying around an extra phone, but the group still has a phone number that is allocated to them. It's like $20 a month.
Yeah.
First off,
Does Brandon want that headache?
I really, well, you're talking about going your phone,
I was kind of the fire
Yeah.
district.
Oh, okay, the fire
Yeah.
the fire
district.
district's phone. See, I think we should get away from stuff going to your personal phone. Makes it sound
Right.
like I've got something against you, but it
Well, that's
doesn't.
okay. I mean, if you do, it's fine.
Yeah, I don't.
Okay.
But, you know, some way we need to develop.
I was trying to get the cost down, you know?
Yeah.
I mean,
Right,
The
right.
station here phone and then a fire protection district phone, and I think eventually we'll be able to do away with that one.
Yeah.
But I think somehow we need to, you've already got that phone number.
I've got our phone number that we've been, I keep. I've got it plugged in at the house. I check it at night. And the fire department calls are coming here,
Yeah.
and they're still coming here. I'm not sure how, but they're
Yeah.
still coming here.
2-3 weeks,
calls on memberships or what?
just random stuff.
Okay. But somebody's checking, correct?
So we can just leave it the way it is if you want them.
That's, what do you guys think? I mean, sounds like a good deal, really, though, but.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like a good idea. It's just, who wants to carry that badge?
Well,
I mean, I don't
right
mind
now,
it.
go ahead.
I don't mind carrying that badge. I'll do it. Be the guy that, who were they calling us about? Just questions in
The
general?
thing about it is,
A lot of them's inspections.
excuse me?
Inspections.
A lot of them's inspections.
I can't hear what you're saying.
People want
Inspections.
inspections.
Yeah, probably so, yeah, that time of year, I'd say. Well, the phone that she carries is usually an information phone, you know.
Yeah, they
They'll call
call me.
you and they wanna know about the
Am I-
billing information or
Mhm.
things like that, things that
Yeah.
probably we won't know. And that phone is usually stuff pertaining to the fire department, you know.
But we can leave it the way it is right now and just see how it goes. Because I'm not
That-
gonna have near as
Mhm.
many calls now that we're
Right.
not gonna be billing stuff.
That-
Right.
That's my notion, I just leave it like it is right now.
Let's leave them,
Okay.
write it out.
Okay,
Leave as is. Okay. I have not had time to check prices on pest control yet, so I do apologize
No
for
problem.
that.
check what?
Pest control.
So, I was telling her last time, I'd used Reliable for years. And they were talking about pest control up here for the building. And I made a suggestion that I had switched to Big River or whoever they want, but to at least price it out, because I know Big River was several $100s cheaper than Reliable, so.
If I remember right, we were paying Reliable, what, 30-something a month,
It was gonna be more than that.
was it?
Yeah. But it was a
Well,
quarterly. Oh, I don't know that it was a
They,
month. I don't
see,
remember.
like the way I'm set up, so Reliable was every quarter, and it was like $118.50 every quarter is what I paid. And then when I switched to Big River, they come every 8 weeks, so, and it's like 90 something now.
Well, we know what Reliable is gonna be, as soon as you find out what that, next meeting, we'll find out what it
Yeah.
is and
Yeah.
take it from there,
Sounds good to me.
okay?
Moving right along.
Okay, the
Moving
next
right
item
along.
we have is vehicles, which I already told you about. I have direct deposit forms that all employees need to complete and return to me. Sorry, I do not have them, but I will have them up here, tomorrow sometime. And basically on those, I'm just gonna need your name, I need your routing number, I need your bank account number. This is so that everything's direct deposits when your paychecks hit. If you can put a copy of a check, to one that's got that information, that would be easiest. That way you have less chance of getting a number twisted around, and you can just put those underneath my door, so that way you don't have to worry else seeing that information, or you can put them in an envelope in the box, whatever suits you. But I will try to get those up here tomorrow, Brandon, and have them on the table for you.
And then do you give those checks back to them, or do they?
No, I keep that on file, so I've got what they need. I'll have to give them to Emily. So
Every time I ask those questions,
You just write void on your check and give it to her.
it makes it sound like I don't trust her. Is what it looks like.
no, you need to keep me on this. No problem.
I can't do that.
We will be having an election for Ralph's seat. His term is up. He was appointed and then elected to complete the term of Randy James, and that term expires in 25. So we will have an open seat on the board. Now, here's one. I am getting some membership payments. What do we need to do with those, guys? We need to, people have them set up on auto pay once a year, and they send out. So I need to send these back to these people as far as I'm concerned.
Send them back.
Well,
with-
we honestly,
With just a note saying, hey, we passed a tax, and,
Yeah, you
we'll
need
have
to
your
have this
memberships.
stopped with
Yeah.
your bank.
we didn't think far enough ahead. We should have sent some letters out way before this.
Well, I was wondering about that.
I didn't, I never
Yeah.
gave it a thought.
Do you want me to do that now?
Well, mass letter mailing, is that what you're saying?
Yes, a mass mailing, because what's gonna happen is, in about December, mid-December,
It'll be,
people are going through what they paid last year at this time and saying, hey, I don't have a bill for this yet,
Okay.
And a lot of people don't understand it, because I know, like, my mother-in-law asked me, do I still pay the $75? And I was like, no. Yeah,
And I had a
no,
lady call me today, and I told her, I said, no. She says, you mean I don't have to pay the membership anymore? I said, no, you'll get it on your tax bill.
Costs us
I said
about,
so.
what, $600 to do that, but
Yeah,
I
it
think it's
won't be.
probably money, it's well spent.
yeah,
Okay, so I will just send out a letter.
an information letter.
I'll send an information letter out. I'll send it to you guys for you guys to review it before I get it, and then we'll get it out.
Send those other checks back.
Yeah, I will with a little note. Yep.
Yeah.
Since we are starting to get some receipts for vehicle and equipment expenses, fuel, repair, stuff like that. I'll start a log so that you can kind of see what vehicles are using what, mileage, and all those kinds of things. Unless you guys already have something. Do you have anything that you're doing like that now?
We do, I mean, we fill out a trip ticket every time we
Right.
go on a call and stuff, but
Okay. So not just a log that's going to show for this particular vehicle, we've gone this many miles or used this much fuel, we had to replace this. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll try to get that going. I received a membership notice for Rich for the National Fire Protection Agency, I guess. And it's $225. Do we want Brandon to enroll in that, or we do?
Yes.
Okay.
NFPA,
Yes, NFPA. Okay,
Yeah.
so this is yes. So I'll need to get you a check for that.
you get it, once your membership, once you get that membership, if you look on there, I think there's some free grant writing classes, there's a lot of information in that. A lot, that's where your books come from, that's where your educational information comes from, so once you're a member, does that membership give, is it just to him, it doesn't,
It's a personal one.
With the NFPA,
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking, we used
It's an
to,
individual membership renewal notice. If you want this, you can look at it and then just fill it out. And if they want you to do it, I'll cut you a check and send it in or whatever.
yeah. It, for some reason, I thought there was membership for the department too, but maybe not.
it
Okay,
ain't
That's the only
expired
one.
yet, according to this.
what's that?
It expires August of 25.
I was gonna say because I thought he renewed it.
It says it's
Yeah, he
expired.
said something,
Yeah,
that
that's
he
what I
had
thought.
paid something.
No, he said that he paid for
That was the Firefighter Association
the
of Missouri,
firefighter
wasn't it?
association out of his pocket.
Okay,
Okay.
As a donation.
thanks.
So we won't worry about
You know-
that until it comes up then.
I would go ahead and,
Go ahead and sign Brandon up.
I'd go ahead and sign Brandon up and get a check and get whatever he's got in
Okay.
his name going, you know, because,
Perfect.
it says the named individual person.
yeah, because as soon as they're contacted that Rich is no longer the chief, you don't,
Yeah.
there could be some things going on there that we don't.
And then, of course, we already talked about the thumb drive. It was gonna be in the office, but I thought it's easier to keep it in the checkbook, so it's in the checkbook. And I wanna thank Brandon and Ronnie and Cam for all their help last night, getting all that stuff done, very last minute notice.
Thank you very much,
Good job.
guys.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Greatly appreciate it. I believe that concludes my secretary's report.
Treasurer's report.
Okay, Brandon, I sent you the sheet of the budget stuff, right? It was in this packet. But I have one if you would like it. Basically, it's all the line items in our budget, and then Brandon needs to go through there, him and his guys. I talked with them about this last night.
You got an extra pack.
Yep, here's the original. And so it's got all the line items in there. It kind of shows where we're at so far. But obviously, we don't have all the numbers from the city, so he's kind of got to wing it a little bit. But it gives him a place to put in the information he needs. So if you know, Rescue 1 needs new tires, then we probably need to make sure, our vehicle expense, you're accommodating at least however much that is for Rescue 1, and note that out there to the side. If it's just general operating stuff like our phones and stuff like that, that's one thing.
Pick a night. And you and your officers or whoever you want, pick a night and I'll come down and I'll have to go through the first budget and give you some pointers, and then after that, you're on your own. Some of the stuff that I say, and some things I do, you may not want, but at least give you some ideas of a direction, and I think maybe it'll make it easier for you. If you could. Yes. Just
When
pick
do
a
we-
night, give me a call.
When do we want this done? Within a couple weeks? Because we kind of need to get it done so we
Pretty
can get a
soon.
budget passed before the end of the year.
Pretty soon. Well, we ought to have everything ready for the next board meeting.
Yeah, but that's not till January.
We're gonna have to have another,
Right,
Special
that's what I was
meeting.
figuring, yeah.
says we gotta have it done in January, it doesn't say when.
Okay.
Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
First
We
of
just
January,
we just have to approve it
that's what
in
I said.
January, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they got it
I
done.
mean, theoretically, our budget ends December 31st.
Okay.
So that's why I was saying if we got it done, you know,
Say that January, we approve the budget then.
Budget, then we're good. Right?
Yeah, unless you think that there's going to be, probably should. We probably should have a special meeting and discuss it openly, and then make a decision.
and then I can put it all together and we can be done with it.
Well, let's just do it this way.
Okay.
Let's just do it this way. We'll sit down and kind of look over budget with what she's got and what we can put together, and then we'll have some kind of idea of what it is. And if I think we're gonna have that. I can't do that. I can't do
We're
that.
gonna have to have a special meeting.
We have to have a special meeting. So let's just pick a special meeting.
Towards the end of the.
It's gonna be crazy around December, Christmas.
That's what I'm thinking.
17.
I was
2
gonna say, you
weeks.
almost need to do it the week before Christmas, because after that it gets tight.
Yeah.
So, I'm looking here. Yeah.
And chances are, we may be able,
17th would work.
chances are,
Give them 2 weeks.
I mean, we can,
3
one
weeks.
night we can sit down and go through this, and I think we can do it pretty easy, I think.
Yeah, we got a pretty
Good idea,
good idea of what we need
Perfect.
to budget
perfect.
17th would work.
Yeah, and I kind of gave him a heads up last night that I was
and
gonna be,
tools and equipment.
yeah.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
But there's some things on here that I see that I think that, I mean, I like the spreadsheet, but there's things that I think I think there's some things that can be modified. I think so, but let me just sit down and with you and let's sit down and do that. Pick a night and give me a call. Okay,
So do we wanna set our budget meeting for the 17th?
sure.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
What time, 5 or 6?
Who'd you get?
6 is
works. Yeah, 6
Okay.
works.
Don't have to rush yours much.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, the BP bill, of course, we just started, getting gas with Amoco out there with Mike, and he, I was wondering if I can go ahead and pay that bill like I do the utility bills. I pay our water bill, our utility bills with REC and the city, when they're due. And Mike's given us like a 10 cent per gallon discount, but he had to wait this month because of the fact that we didn't have a meeting.
It's
He got
like,
us the bill until after the meeting.
it's an already used stuff that they've gotta use, so.
Okay,
Right.
so are you okay with that?
I don't have a problem with it.
You guys? I mean, they've already used it, we
I
can't.
mean,
Gotta pay it.
you gotta pay
And
it.
so I went to him yesterday, and he actually was able to get me the bill yesterday for November. So when I pay him, and this bill's payable here, it's for October and November, so we are all caught up.
Okay.
So, okay,
So we need a motion or
yeah,
pay that or?
if you don't
I'll
mind.
make a motion.
Second.
David?
Aye.
Alright,
And we have gotten some tax payments. I've got $340.92 from Rollins County, $559.49 from Shelby County,
yeah,
and Monroe County called me today. They have money for us too. So,
so,
Sweet.
and our current balance is $249,807.61, which should all be in your packet somewhere.
it is.
That is.
And I think I have the bills payable.
Have you guys even looked at it? Probably not.
Yeah.
the main thing on the bills payable is this ADT. When we set up this account, I had to do a check, an automatic withdrawal, and they have been pulling that since.
Why did we do that?
Because I had to get that first one in, but I thought it was gonna be stopped. So anyway, what they have done is they have taken out $300 and some, but this $333 is for that repairs that we had done out there.
Is it
So-
working? Is the security system outstation, substation working?
I think so.
Okay.
I go test it.
Good idea.
So basically, I'm going to call them to get this all
Don't-
fixed, so
don't
I'm
do
not
that.
paying this bill.
Maybe I need to break in.
But the rest of them are on there.
I'm not gonna break nothing.
I mean, the last time I was out there, I opened the door and it started beeping.
Beeping.
Alarm.
Okay.
So what do we have in auto pay?
Hmm?
Is that the only thing we got in auto pay?
Mhm. And I just do not have it.
No, we
I
don't.
was just saying, I just
I
do
don't
not
want-
have anything in auto pay.
The only reason we did it was right at the beginning, because we had to get,
Well, I think
set
you
up
just
there,
put
I
it to them
think.
this way, no auto pay, or we just don't do it.
they come get their
Right.
stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly, can pick up your junk. Need $333 to replace some batteries?
And they had a service call
Yeah,
out there and all
and
that.
then we find out later there's a battery back up there.
Yeah. Fine.
I'm-
Yeah.
When things slow down, I think we can probably be better with the security system out there, but it's,
Right.
what spurred it all, that if somebody did break into the place and I can't remember what it was, took $100,000 worth of stuff, I don't remember what it was, quite a few dollars.
Hmm.
What are you thinking, Jackie?
Oh, no.
Okay, you done?
Oh, yeah, I just need bills payable.
I will make a motion to pay bills payable.
Second.
All in favor?
Alright.
Let's see.
I got a question on that.
Mhm.
And this is kinda, so we're, yeah, and I don't mean there's no disrespect by this, I'm just asking, but we're paying
That's-
to have chainsaws sharpened?
We did when I was there.
Okay, just thought I'd ask.
Yeah, we can buy files and do them ourselves.
No.
No, no, I just thought I'd ask. No, cause it'll be end up just like they used to, you get it out and you couldn't cut hot butter with
What's the sharpening cost?
You know, my experience with sharpening a chainsaw, my own experience is like,
50,
I don't
51
even
bucks,
sharpen
For
them, I'll
three
buy new ones,
chains.
because I can't sharpen again.
what's a new chain cost?
That's what I did.
20 bucks, 25?
Okay,
But
so the next thing we have is the
Wait a
treasurer's,
minute, I got
oh,
one
sorry,
more
yes.
question. So you take everything out to Hayes's, I guess?
Depending on what it is, like Echoes,
Because
I
he's a
take
dealer,
out
he's a
there.
dealer? Okay,
Husqvarna's, we take the loop.
no, sir. Good enough.
No.
If
Okay.
they're the dealer, we try to use them.
That's good. All right.
Okay, so then you have your, the treasurer's report. This is the breakdown that shows you the bank reconciliation at the bottom. You then have the,
So what is the income there where it says dues and then dues? These people, like Robert's told me.
I'm not sure what that's for. That was a $1,500 check
Yeah, it's
that I had in there.
$1,500 check and then there's one above it for almost 2,500 bucks.
That was the Corps of Engineers.
Oh, okay.
That was their dues for 2024.
Gotcha.
So, if I was to guess, the Roberts check would be a semi-wreck that we had. Rich gave them the bill, they sent it to insurance, they gave us a check.
So he just direct deposited it? Or how did, who?
No, they gave us a check.
Okay.
They
yeah.
said
I just
that's
didn't know
good.
exactly what it was for.
Yeah,
So that's for a fire call then? Is that how would I, okay.
Semi-wreck.
well,
Semi-rec.
wait a
okay.
minute, we need to,
We need to
we-
verify that.
well, what we need to do is we need to keep track of all of that separate, because that's one of the tax, that was one of the tax questions. How much money we're
Mhm.
collecting on the accidents out on the highway, so.
So we need a separate
anytime-
account for that?
No, we'll
No, not a
categorize it
separate account,
separately
just-
on here.
Just
Mhm.
a ledger, so
Right, okay,
we'll be able to tell them, we couldn't do that last time.
right, okay.
So, which brings to another question though, when you go out on a car accident, are you billing that?
Right now, I'm just putting it in the system.
Okay,
Aaron goes through the reports. I don't know if Jackie or Aaron is giving it to the insurance.
I haven't been involved on any of your old stuff on that.
he should be able to, if he's got the insurance information, he should be able to crank out a bill, he should be able to put a stamp on it and mail it. When the check comes in,
I wasn't sure. I haven't got to talk to him. He was gonna be here tonight, but he's sick.
okay,
I wasn't sure if her or Aaron was gonna be in charge of that. So.
no, that's his job.
Okay.
I mean, that's that's his job.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense to me that he's got the information, he's
Yeah.
got the address, there's no need of passing that on to somebody else. But,
Remember, this is what Rich was going on with Rich. The insurance was never paying.
well, they won't pay?
The insurance wouldn't pay. That's why we went straight to Roberts or the tow company and
Did you have
made
no
them,
collateral?
they can't come get their semi or come get their stuff until it's paid for.
Yeah,
So-
however you
and
wanna,
Roberts is cutting that check immediately.
however you wanna do it, it's fine with me. There's some questions about when we discussed that last time that I really don't wanna discuss now. And, but however you wanna, however you wanna work that, you know, if Roberts wants to,
Be the middleman.
if he wants to be the middleman, that's the easiest way, that's fine.
I said it's
Because you're
guaranteed
getting
money.
your money guaranteed
That
Yeah.
way.
that way.
Yeah.
The other way, it's.
Well, if he gets the vehicle, which most usually he will, but,
Yeah.
Okay, whatever tow company.
Yeah.
gets the
Yeah,
deal.
work with the tow company, yeah.
damn it, we used to collect them from the insurance companies.
Not me to know.
Well, Rich was saying that the insurance company wasn't paying.
Or he wouldn't bill them.
Or they're not paying quick enough.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
I don't
Now,
know.
doesn't matter how it
As long
was.
as you get it.
Now we know how it is going to be. You guys figure out which way you wanna do it. It's fine with us. We agree with that?
I agree with that.
Yeah.
We'll move forward on that.
I mean,
Whatever's easiest, whatever works best.
whatever works for you, and that would take it out of the office there, you just have to come, what's the fee for that? Is there set
For what?
set fees?
For a semi, it's
$1,500 for
For-
fine.
I got the paper here, forget to do it.
$1,500.
And I believe car wreck's 500.
I think you're right. I was thinking 500, but I thought it was semis. There should be a minimum of $1,500.
And then if
And
you have
then-
hazmat stuff, you
And
do
then
that.
there's so much every hour after that,
Yep.
I think. And then if there's hazmat,
It gets expensive.
if you put a pig down, if you put oil dry down, you put anything down, you document it and you can bill for that. So,
We found this over there. That's the price on everything. And this is, I guess, what he would give to.
city residents or rural members, no charge. We'll scratch that because you won't know who that is. On-scene traffic control, $250. On-scene car with extrication, $500. On-scene semi, $1,500. That's a flat $1,500, but there should be $1,500 if you've got 4 guys out there that's out there all night, not enough.
Yeah.
So there should be, I don't know, help me, you guys.
First few hours.
$1,500
Like for the first 3
2
hours.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
first two-
I don't
yeah.
know how long it takes. How long
Well,
it should
it
take
used to be on the
work
pay,
wreck.
it was, you know,
You
After
should,
3 hours, you got $10 an hour.
right. So that's why I was thinking 3 hours or 2 hours, whatever you.
so we want to make a motion to do this. Semis
And that's $500 an hour. I'd say 2 hours.
for the first 2 hours or?
Yeah, I'd say 2.
Yeah. I'll make a
That's
motion
7.
for the first 2 hours
I'll second it.
or after, whatever.
And then what?
And then
And $7 or $1,000 every hour thereafter. It's kind of how a service call works. I mean, you so much to
I
get you.
can't think. 5 times 30 is what?
500 to 1,500.
It's 1,500.
5 times 30.
You have an average of 5 firefighters out there. could have.
That's 150, isn't it? 5 times
Yeah.
30.
5 times
Yeah,
30.
it was 150.
I remember talking to a tow company. They were saying that there's a couple of surrounding departments that charge $3,500 for a wreck.
I can check on that tomorrow and find out some numbers.
I got somewhere in here. I
I'll
get
table
what
that for
other
Because he
department-
couldn't believe that it's only $1,500.
Dun, 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 dun.
I mean, I could,
I got,
I won't say no bad words, but I could stop and talk to Heartland tomorrow.
well,
I
Yeah.
don't think it's the same as what Roberts was doing.
What's that?
That's why we're doing it too.
I would make a motion,
I'm just,
$1,500 for the first 2 hours and 500 for every hour after that.
Second.
second, third.
Is that a basic semi-rec?
Just
No
a-
extras, no hazmat, no extrication, nothing?
Well, a hazmat falls completely in a different category, so if you run into a hazmat,
You're gonna be called hand
then you
windlass.
can, you call well, a hazmat could be considered stopping a leak,
Well, that's
you can really nitpick that. So if you can do what you can do
Diesel fuel leak.
in 2 hours,
You know, the
If
kids,
you-
you still
well-
got a kit, onboard kit to plug?
Oh, yeah.
A lot of
We'll
times
make
I
that
try to
motion.
save that and just
Yeah,
use
you
the
did.
thank you.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
made an motion, Donnie seconded it. We're waiting for an all in favor.
All in favor?
Yeah.
1,500 for the first 2 hours, 500,
Per hour after that. And then additional charges at the discretion of the chief.
yes.
What about car wrecks?
Cars. I think it's
They're usually
plenty.
pretty
250.
simple unless you get into extrication.
Yeah.
Pretty quick.
Are they separated on there with and without extrication?
Yeah.
Car accidents are 250, and extrication's 500.
In addition to the 250.
I think we leave them both.
Yeah.
I'm telling you guys, that was a big, big question when we had the tax hearing, and we couldn't answer it, so
So if I give you $250, could I just cut the roof off my own vehicle?
we can.
No, that's 500.
That's
Well,
extrication.
You can work on that after
If
work.
your wife and
Well, I'll
kids,
show you how to do
if your
it.
wife or kids are in there screaming and hollering, you'll be glad to pay $250.
Well, yeah, no, I'm saying I
Yeah.
want to do it myself.
So structure fire and grass fire, we can scratch them.
Yeah, we can scratch that, because it's all district stuff now, so, it's all district, so.
So basically, the only
That'd
change
be
you
like
made was to
Clayton.
surmise the car
Clayton.
and the extrication costs are the same, and then no charge for fire. Okay.
And if you wanna talk to Robert, you figure out what you wanna do there. And if he doesn't wanna fool with it, then it'll have to go back there and,
Alright, members don't get charged, right? Or
no,
people in the,
I
In
don't.
the district.
I mean,
Including car wrecks?
if you
Sure.
can,
So if you turn the semi over tomorrow.
if
Don.
you can identify them,
Yeah, you don't get charged.
Mhm.
Well, if you get a driver's license, then you ought to be able to tell where they live.
That doesn't mean they're not a member of the district if they own land here and they live in O'Fallon though.
you can't identify them.
Yeah.
We'll cross that bridge when it comes.
Really,
to it.
the only way we
Okay.
can do that is if we were to keep getting the fire books from the counties and we just keep a list up every year.
We used to have a book on who paid their dues.
Yeah,
I'm saying,
but see now you won't have an,
I'm saying not worry about it, because the
Yeah,
insurance is.
we'll let that figure it out.
Okay.
Insurance is gonna cover it.
so we'll cross the bridge when it
Yeah.
comes.
Let's not make a man out of molehill.
So I need the treasurer's report here.
Yeah,
We need to get that approved. So I've got the first page, has got, basically what we spent so far. The balance of the checkbook is the 249,807.61. The next page is your, transactions. And I went ahead and did it, I balanced it back to this because this is as of yesterday, whereas the prior statement I had was from November 8th. So we only have one outstanding check. And as you see, the balance is the 249,807.61. Couple pages back, we've got the budget starting from October 23 to December of 24. Again, your balance is the 249,807.61.
Yeah,
So
did you get all that?
Yep.
we need a
Swallow it.
authorization to approve that, or unless you have concerns or you want something looked into.
I'll make a motion to approve the treasurer report.
Second.
All in favor?
I think that's really all I have.
Well, I would think so.
I know, I'm really sorry.
Bills payable, new business. Anybody got new business?
What is this?
What is what?
Past due balance for $30.81.
That's my phone bill. I paid that.
Okay.
What we're talking about?
I just happened to see this when I flipped it over.
I usually pay 2 months at a time. That's usually how I do it.
New business looks like we got quotes for computers and tablets.
All right, Brandon, you're up.
Tablets.
So, computer and said that
I think we can make that real simple.
Go ahead and sit down there.
first choice and second choice, third choice.
First choice, second choice, and third choice, or are you saying this is the first ones we want, the second one we want? I'll make a motion to go with the first choice. Looks like they've already decided what they wanted.
Second.
Second.
And that's for $1,038.98.
All in favor?
Alright.
Don't complain if it doesn't work. Or
Sure,
just don't
we
tell
won't
us.
hurt
How
it.
about that?
And are you gonna get a warranty on it? I mean, does that include the warranty, or are you gonna,
I'm not real sure.
Aaron did these? Okay.
Yeah.
Go
he
ahead
just
and
put
get
them
the
on my desk
warranty.
this morning.
I would say.
I would say I'll make a motion, and if there's warranty, go ahead and get it. Right?
So you got a year anyway,
Yeah.
so whatever extends after that, a year or 2, 3.
Do we wanna do that?
So right now we got a motion on the floor that Donnie wants to
Depending
go
on-
ahead and get a warranty.
What's the warranty?
Depending on price or something.
The warranty's not included on.
It's
It's
not
not included in the
Not
price.
included on
How much
this.
it is?
No. Okay.
Okay,
It's just if it goes to shit.
Motion died.
Okay.
motion died for a second, yep.
Yeah.
Be hard on it first year is all day.
Yeah.
So,
Let's
that
go
being
back
said,
on the,
all our printers, everything's good there.
Printers are good.
Okay.
I got a tablet here. I'd like to replace the laptop that Rich had. That thing, like I told y'all earlier, it's Chinese and slow.
Okay.
Um,
And the laptop's going to be used for,
doing, so I can use it, this one here I can use to take pictures on scene if I need to upload to reports, do reports on scene, everything.
what quality are the pictures? That would be the question I asked. And the only reason I'm asking the question, because you probably don't even do this anymore. You used to have to take, there used to be a really, really, really good camera here to take fire investigation photos.
Yeah.
And I'd almost bet money that that won't be as good as
Yeah.
that. But,
I'm not real sure how the
but if you don't
They'd
have a
probably
buddy,
be about
camera
as good as
is
this.
on it.
They'd probably be about as good as your phone.
no. Oh, that computer?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Should
this
be.
tablet.
Okay. I mean, if you don't have anybody, you don't
don't
have
have-
anybody trained to do that anyway yet, so,
Not really.
okay. Okay,
How much is it? 1600?
1650, 16.997. That it
And that does include a,
2-year warranty
mhm.
on it for $20.
We do need
What-
some SD cards for that camera.
what's that?
We do need some SD cards for that camera.
Well, until we get somebody trained to do that though.
Is
Yeah,
this a case too? Are you getting a case?
Yeah, the case is on the back.
So that's another $100 on top of this?
Yeah,
So we're looking at $1,750, right?
Yeah.
Basically.
I tried
Huh.
combining it, but it wouldn't. It's through the same. I'm going directly through Microsoft
Mhm.
online.
so, is the stuff that Rich bought, is it? Is there still a command booth in one of the rescue trucks? A command table, or command, the drawer, pull out drawers,
Just
and
have a little TV sitting on it.
Oh yeah, and rescue.
that's still there?
Yeah, the TV's gone, but
Well, sure, yeah.
Mm.
So you could use this laptop there.
Mhm.
And all the computers, all the laptops, the things that Rich, no, you already said it wouldn't work. I'll make a
Right.
motion to go with what you got.
My theory is with the tablet is, so when we had this big brush fire out here, if we get a GPS in the trucks, we can track all the trucks on the tablet as well. Like we could see Hannibal, Palmar, Center, and New London, all their trucks. They had a tablet there, and we could see all their trucks, where they were, what the numbers were, everything on that fire out there. So you could sit there and, for future thinking, that's
So do
kinda
they, I don't think, I mean, I don't ever remember even seeing a command board in the command vehicle, a command board.
no, there wasn't.
We're in an
Yeah.
expedition?
Yeah.
There's a whiteboard in there.
There was a dry erase board at
I mean, I'm talking about
It was
a
that
command board where you have to identify A, B, C, something you would have used on that major fire out there. Was there somebody in a command position with, they were using?
Hannibal Fire, or Hannibal Rule, Ryan, Reed, and
It's for another discussion anyway.
They
I
were-
mean, until you officers go to some command classes and learn that stuff, then I'll make a motion. If that's a laptop you want, I'll make a motion to go with it.
Second.
Aye.
No.
Okay. That's just one of those things that you're gonna have to get on board.
Speaking of Amazon, do we have like an account with Amazon or a business account set up with them or?
No, we don't.
We should be able to be tax exempt from them.
Yeah.
to purchase.
Sometimes you get a
these,
little better deals
do
having
we
a
have a
business account
credit
too.
card or a debit card? Or,
She'll have to do it.
Okay.
Oh, we don't have a company
We
credit
don't have a
card?
credit card.
I thought we were gonna get one.
We're gonna get one. We haven't done that yet.
What the hell you been doing?
I don't know. Slacking, Mac, slacking.
I was getting ready to ask if we'd ever
See?
move forward on that, but I wasn't gonna be cutting
I
through.
mean, I would
No,
trust you. I would-
I've got a note to do it, I just,
I would trust you with
okay,
a credit card.
okay. Really? You're not real concerned about my figures, sir, you know? So,
Hell, I'll give you a stamp. You can sign them on. I tried to get you to sign some checks anyway. She wouldn't do it.
no, I refuse to.
Yeah.
I said, haven't
Anyway.
you forged my name enough?
What's next?
Firefighter pay and review equipment.
Okay,
I can find that one. That's this one.
you know, when we took this over, you know, before we even opened this up, discussing wages, we're not saying you guys or anybody is not worth way more than what you get. We're not saying that. But when we took this over, that was one of the subjects that came up in our tax hearing, and we promised our people that we would look into what needed to be done. Now, that being said, we hired him as the fire chief. But we never put him in any stipulations. We need like some kind of, I don't wanna call it probation, but that's the only word I got. We need to give him like a 6 months probation, so it makes it easier if something happens. We have something to do with it, so we'll start there by saying to you guys, 6 months, 3 months, I mean, you're doing a fine job. I got no problem with what things are going. I've heard of nothing but good. I mean, I've actually had people talk about you guys at Buckman's in a positive way, so I didn't get that before, so got no complaints. But I think there needs to be
Probationary period.
some kind of probationary period. 6 months, I don't care what it is, but some kind of probationary period.
Because they all been hired new.
Huh?
Basically, they've all been hired new, hired over.
Yeah, true. So,
You know, most professional jobs is 6 months.
Okay, I mean,
Hell, even my job's 6 months.
that's fine
Well,
with me.
mine was too, you know.
And you know, that works both ways. If you come
I'm
to us
not
and, you know,
professional.
if you say you don't like something that we're doing,
Oh, I'm professional.
that's why we,
Professional farmer.
that's why we're discussing this, the pay stuff and stuff in open forum, because I don't believe that it needs to be something that's discussed in closed session. It needs to be discussed with everybody involved. We promise you that we're gonna try to keep everything open, that's what we're doing. But, anyway, I'll make a motion to, have a 6 months probation on Chief Goodwin.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Is this retroactive when he took over?
Yes.
Yes.
What date was that? Like the middle of October, wasn't it?
October 14th.
October 14th.
He's on it.
Day you will never
Facebook calls
forget,
you When
huh?
I got back from my honeymoon.
That's right.
Welcome back.
Yeah, guess what, buddy?
I'm glad you remember it like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But, that will lead us right into
Assistant chief.
the assistant chief and the captain. You got 2 officers, correct?
3.
3?
So,
Assistant chief, captain, and lieutenant.
Okay. Okay. Sue, I
Who
missed
are
something.
those?
Assistant chief is Camden Uplinger.
Okay,
Captain is Jason Taylor.
Okay.
And Ronnie is lieutenant.
okay.
Well,
And then we got Sam is training officer.
Correct.
and he's $100 a month, right?
Yeah,
A month for training.
$100 a month.
I think it was.
$100 a month, I
Okay.
thought.
Yeah, training, I've got 100 a month for training. Well, let's start at the top.
I thought he was getting $100 a training.
I think, yeah, that's what I'm,
It was 100 or 150 a training.
It's
I
not
thought it was
$150.
$100 a training.
I thought it was
Well,
$100
okay.
a training too. It says
Now,
trainer, yeah.
We'll
Trainer, $100 per training.
Let's do
Every
this.
time he came in.
Let's do this then. This is another discussion, but I guess it kind of goes into it. Not to compare, but the surrounding departments, they do 2 trainings a month. One of them is training, and one of them is clean trucks, clean bays, service equipment, and do that. Which leads me to maintenance people. We could eliminate the maintenance people if you guys are doing that. And because maintenance, that once a month would be enough to, if everybody pitched in, made sure everything started, everything running. I don't know whether you like that or not. I don't know. I'm asking. And I don't know that we're gonna make any decisions about any of this tonight, but it's just open for discussion, I'd say. But that gives everybody, and I'm huge on training. But if you think that you need to continue to training 2 a month, here's my thought. Training once a month, or training twice a month, once to train, once to clean and service the truck, clean the buildings. Because later on, as you get things moving, there's gonna be more university classes, I hope, involved, which would be on weekends or nights or whatever. So, but I was one way of, you've got what, two maintenance people?
That's $200 a month.
That takes $200 a month out of the budget. Right there. I don't know. Have you got let's do it this way. We'll lay all this out on the table tonight, and then you guys get together and you discuss, what you're thinking. I mean, I wish you would make your opinion while we're here, because,
I'd be fine with that, but I just don't think we got enough people in the department that's trained good enough. We don't get enough training, I don't think.
And
Well, I
The
feel
only
like
thing is if we were going over the trucks and everything like that, if we were starting everything up, we would all know exactly how to start it when we needed to start it the most. So that could be also counted as the training, because you're learning how to do that individually, because that seems to be one of the bigger problems, is somebody not knowing how to start something.
Start something.
And the worst thing I remember from being a firefighter is the chief look at you and say, hey, go get this, and you got 10 guys standing there going, where the hell is it on the truck?
Yeah, get familiar with the
And that
truck.
could-
So it helps you learn the truck where every single, I mean, everything down to a screwdriver is on the truck.
Mhm.
So, you know, I agree with this, I don't even know this young man's name, but you can take it as, you know, training to help you all out. And then once everybody starts getting familiar with the trucks and everything, then, you know, you can kind of move back into,
And you're
more
still getting
training
paid
stuff.
for it. It's just,
Yeah.
you know, as long as, and I'll leave it up to the officers, as long as it didn't turn into bullshit, you know, jack around, grab ass thing.
Yep.
Camera, but anyway, I don't care. But anyway, I know, that's just my thoughts. And I didn't think of this myself. It's just the way Palmer does it, Joe Biner does it, you know, other departments do it. And where all this came from was, early on, these guys gave me the mission to call in other departments, and that's what I did. So, that doesn't mean we have to follow their lead.
Yeah.
So, think about that. Okay? Hope you're writing this down so you can give us a list of things you're supposed to be thinking about. Chief's pay right now is $1,000 a month per call. I think you're doing an excellent job, but I would like to see that down to about $750 a month. As you get more experience, the pay could go up.
we reevaluate. And so that's kind of what I did.
That could be
You
the
know,
6 month probation.
Yeah.
I put, you know, across the board, you know, a 750 plus the calls. Once some time passes and, you know, and, you know, you get some certifications and some different things under your belt, then, you know, you either come to us or we'll come to you at that time and say, hey, you know, we need to revisit this and bring it back up. You know?
Do like a
And, you know,
yearly evaluation.
and
What's
you know,
that?
Do
you,
like a yearly evaluation.
Yeah.
yeah, you and the officers log every damn hour you come in here, because like I said, when you're logging hours, that's man hours, that's man station hours that's good for ISO. That inventory you all just did is ISO. I mean, that's extremely important.
Would this
So-
meeting be considered ISO?
Huh?
Would this
Yeah.
meeting be considered ISO?
What?
This meeting right now,
No, we're not officers.
but for them.
Well, they are, yeah.
Yeah, so it's counting for
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, anything that they do down here well, we used to meet before the meetings, and sometimes we just talk about bullshit, so we wrote it down as,
We used to have a
Yeah.
separate sheet
Yes.
that you signed.
Every time we stopped it there, we wrote it down.
yeah.
I started a notebook last night and kept track of what we talked about before the meeting, because we usually all four of us meet up here
Before the meeting.
about 5:30.
Yeah.
And I wrote down what we talked about, and then we all signed it.
So when but find, you know, look in
Like
the
a paper
ISO
or
book,
something.
look in the ISO book, and I'm sure there's a officer log sheet. Make up something like that.
Alright.
And when you, every month, put it in that book, put it in a new book. Everything you do, then it's officer's log, hours.
Right.
I mean, that's a whole different subject too, but anyway,
Sorry.
assistant chief,
I was at 200 on assistant chief.
I was 250,
Well,
and what was he?
What, 250?
he was at 250, so I was going 200. So
Oh, yeah,
so he has something to work back towards.
yeah, I don't have a problem with that.
And like your captains, I was at 125, and your lieutenants, if you, them used to be paid positions. I don't know that they are anymore. But
The captain was 100 a month plus calls.
okay, what do you think
Right.
of that?
Yes.
What was the lieutenant?
We didn't,
We didn't have a lieutenant back in, did
well,
we?
there wasn't on, no, yeah, lieutenant, I think they all got $100.
So if they went to 75,
I had 50 is what I had.
alright,
I cut it in half.
okay.
Administrative assistant. And as I'm going down through this, guys,
Administrative assistant, I thought we're probably gonna have to jump that up to 15, cause we're gonna be below the minimum wage here before too long.
Yeah.
well, no, wait a minute. He's not full-time, does that matter, on minimum wage?
And you
You
still
still
have
have
to
to pay a minimum wage.
pay, yeah, you still gotta pay minimum wage.
The minimum.
Well, I'm thinking that should be based on what he says his performance is, because all I ever heard before was negative. And I don't know,
I mean, he's been doing,
but you
Good,
got,
but-
we have to look. I don't know, I understand what you're saying, but we have to look. He puts, well, he says he puts in an average of,
I mean, is there a way to
$290, $250
have
a
him
month.
punch a time clock while he's here?
We should log in, so log out.
Yeah, he should have to log in and log out, you know?
He's administrative assistant. I mean, he should log in. I mean, you guys log in. Same thing. Wait,
write down his hours or
You
something.
can't make it a monthly salary also?
well, I wondered about that.
It was my understanding that when they were proposed the position to him, it was $300 a month. And then by the time they hired him, it turned into an hourly rate of $13 an hour.
Administrative.
I think that's what he had
assistant,
told me
$13.
before.
Average.
On average, how many hours is he putting in, do you know?
I don't know for sure.
I think it would depend on call volume also.
So,
Yeah,
what's his duties right now?
So we fill out the report and he goes back in and touches them up, finishes filling them out and everything, sends them to,
The state.
the state, and the grass fires and stuff he sends to Missouri Department of Conservation to log there also.
And he sends them to the state too, I hope.
Yep.
Okay.
and then
And
he
then does the billing,
and does all the billing and
Payroll.
payroll.
sends her the
Payroll.
payroll. I think he's worth 15.
Yeah.
I like the $15 an hour. I mean, just because, just to get it to where he is minimum wage. I mean,
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know, but then, you know,
I'm good with that. So, the trainer. I thought somebody told us he got 100 a month.
It was 100 per training.
Trainer,
I thought it was 100 per
100 per
training.
training, yeah, 100 per training, you're right.
100
It was
per training.
So,
None of these are set in stone, right? We're just,
no, we're just talking.
Brian, we're
just
We're just
talking
talking,
no,
so
we're
they
talking
can think
numbers.
about this.
They can
Okay.
think about all this
Yeah.
and then come back with us.
all right. I
No,
just wanted to make sure, cause I was thinking we're kind of, all right.
kinda
Yeah,
what-
we're not,
what are you
we're,
thinking?
No, it's like, man, we're kind of setting it all.
no, we're just throwing numbers out
Okay,
and,
we're just
and talking
brainstorming
about them.
stuff. Yeah.
Well, I wanna hear what you.
No.
Yeah,
think-
I mean,
no,
what's your
that's-
thoughts on it?
No, we're good.
Oh,
No, we're
I
good.
mean-
I mean, do we have, besides the trainer being the officer, are there any other officers?
that
No.
are trainers?
Or no, that are just in the officer column?
No, there's
No.
just us four.
All right.
Just four.
Or up here where the cat.
Yeah, so there's just, captain, assistant captain,
Yeah, you
The
got
well, I guess
Taylor.
we should say
or-
captain,
chief.
All
I
of his
meant
officers-
chief, assistant chief, lieutenant, and captain.
That's it.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. I'm good.
now I'm confused. Chief 750 is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Assistant chief's 200. All of his officers are 50.
correct.
Mm-hmm.
Plus calls.
And his
The
assistant,
trainer's 100 a month,
Yep, trainer's 100 a month.
100
Training.
per training. I keep wanting to say a month.
Is that something he set up or is that something?
That's what they set up when Harold started coming here.
Don't even go there.
I'm just saying. that's
All right,
what
let me rephrase that question. Is that something that's set in stone with this Sam Schulte
He
or?
seemed okay with it when we interviewed.
Yeah,
Right.
he
So,
did.
and you guys
is a beneficial
He does a great
training.
job, So,
Oh, great job.
Okay.
I've learned a lot more with
Okay.
training than I ever did.
So it might be worth a little bit more than $100.
Without a
well,
doubt.
he's still not certified with the state yet as an instructor.
Yeah.
Been working on it.
Once he's a
yeah.
certified
Once he's
instructor,
certified,
then,
we
then
can-
I can see it. But
Yeah. But he does do one a month. Right now, is he doing 2 a month now?
Yeah. The past 2 or 3 months, we haven't really had him up here because we've been doing inventory and everything else.
Yeah.
so if we did one a month, or say we did,
Well, I don't want him to lose interest.
right, so
No.
if we jumped it
One a
to
month.
like 125 or something, just to help him out with fuel. You know, driving up here to do it once a month if they switch to
Okay.
Could just
one
say
and one.
pay mileage. And then you're not really paying the time though either.
Then you
It's
get,
too
You're gonna lose your
Too much to
Yeah, you're right.
keep track
He'll
of.
drive around the block 2 or 3 times.
Exactly.
so you're looking at possibly going to 125 for training?
I mean, that's just a number I threw out. If we're doing one a month with, and then doing away with the maintenance guys, because you're gonna pick up a little money off your.
Here's a question. I
Off
wish
the-
it got
the
this
maintenance.
camera wasn't on. I should cameras on. I don't care. The thing is, do you think it's beneficial for him to be here when you're doing just maintenance and cleaning? Okay, good enough. Okay,
That was a,
that was a no.
Okay.
It was a no.
Okay.
And that's what I was thinking.
Okay.
He wouldn't be here for that. He would just be here for the 125. Comes
All
up
right,
once a month.
so
change it.
are we okay with eliminating, the 2 maintenance people? You've got 2 maintenance people here and then Clark's out there.
Just one here and Clark out there.
Okay.
so are you motioning that or is this for people to think about still?
Oh, yeah, we're just talking about this.
Okay.
Yeah,
I would say
because the maintenance person, if you find something wrong with the truck, you're gonna take it to Roberts. That's what happens now, right?
right.
Okay. So,
I would say you probably could do away with the one here because they're gonna if they go to that maintenance and checking everything on one meeting night, then you could do away with here. But if we
Need
do
somebody
away
checking
with
on
it,
that.
but if we were do away with that one out there, Clark, that's gonna go to shit quick.
Mhm.
yeah, we
yeah.
can't.
And you need
So-
somebody checking on the building.
And we need
especially-
somebody,
Yeah.
and $100 a month is cheap insurance right now for somebody checking that building at least once a week.
Well, I kinda agree.
When you do
I bumped him
your,
down to 75, but.
your second, your maintenance and everything on the truck, you need a check-off list and everything, making sure you're getting it done.
Yeah. Make sure we got everything.
Right.
Now, there used to be a book, a maintenance book on each truck
Yeah.
that we used to have to check off.
We still got those.
Still got them.
So you can still document, when you want your inventory for the next time around, you can just go to
Yeah,
that
my
book and
lost
say,
a
well, we
sheet
got this
somewhere.
and everything.
So
worked
you
out
thinking
well.
leaving one maintenance guy at 100?
That's, I'd like just leave Jason Clark out there at 100.
And that's just for just substation. Station maintenance.
It's, am I right by saying that, the preacher gets 100 a month plus calls?
He's still on?
I believe so, yep.
No, good.
I don't want anybody to take this the wrong way, so please don't. But
God,
when did we start having a preacher up here?
We had one up here.
We did? I don't ever remember him.
Yeah.
Up here, did we pay him?
No.
Steve Ghostner, he was
He
one for a while.
came and he didn't make every meeting.
Right.
And he wasn't a fireman, which he is a fireman too, so
Right.
that's a plus.
Ambrosi is? Rosie's
Yeah.
a Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah.
Firefighter.
But I don't see the need of paying $100 a month for that.
I was like,
Maybe, just an option, maybe $100 if there's an incident that requires his services.
Well, then we could,
Every
Also a
incident.
counselor and-
I don't know about you guys, but
He does do a lot for this department. He goes
I mean, he
out,
also-
he talks to the victims a lot.
He's also been in trainings just for
Yeah.
first responders and going to those types of
Well, he goes
situations.
down to Jeff City to chaplain
Right.
training.
Yeah, and he goes all over to do all kinds of, he's been getting all kinds of certifications for fire counselor and.
Fire training for chaplain and counselor. and
Fire
everything
chaplain.
else.
no, that's what he is, a chaplain. I still don't.
He's doing all the work. He's putting in the work.
But he gets paid $30 every time he's on a fire call. He trains with you guys?
Okay.
plus $100.
So $100 a month, he's getting paid more than the officers are.
oh,
I've got a problem with that.
knock it down to 50.
Well, and this is just options, we'll discuss it, and maybe by the next meeting that we
Yeah.
have, the 17th, maybe we'll.
I mean, I get what you're saying, and I understand what you're saying, but. I'm just saying.
Pay more than the officers though, I mean.
Yeah, when you look at
Yeah,
it, that's,
that's-
yeah, he's getting paid more than an officer, yeah,
Yeah,
I don't like that.
I don't like that either.
He's a valuable person to have here,
Right.
and I understand what you're doing, what you're saying is he's,
All I'm saying is
Taking care of
he puts in the work, and he's going he's driving all the way Columbia, St. Louis to go to these classes. And he's not
Probably
asking
be
for
on
reimbursements or nothing
Doing
for nothing.
classes for
Chaplain, like
for what?
firefighter chaplain and chaplain class.
I forget, there's all kinds of certifications. Who's doing that.
So who's paying for the classes?
He is.
He is.
Yeah.
Well, see, that could come out of a training budget.
But is he doing it for the benefit of other departments as well, or other people, or just ours?
No, just ours.
To see, yeah, if he is doing it
I'd
for
have
just
to,
ours.
where's the training coming from though?
Probably some
Okay.
kind of diocese.
All right, let's.
I think we'll table that.
Yeah, we'll
that
table
one.
that. Yeah. I'm still saying no pay.
So now we're down to calls.
Calls. Yeah.
I had 25 and 1250.
I don't know where the hell I left.
Oh, 50.
Or 1250 an hour.
Overtime,
Yeah, anything over past 3 hours go instead of 10.
gotcha.
That way it's half of what they would make just for responding to the call for the 3 hours.
It's an extremely touchy situation, guys.
Well, I know it is.
But-
That's why.
And it was after 3, right?
Yes, I did. Is it still after 3?
With that being said, fire departments like Hannibal Rural, I don't know how the heck they even have firefighters. They don't even pay their people anything. I don't even know how they have anybody.
Cars don't pay anything. They were like $10, $12 an hour or a call.
Harris is 12 call
12 per call.
and per train.
Yeah, that's. Yeah. I don't know where I lost Palmar somewhere.
It's on that one sheet I
25 a
made.
call and 10 an hour.
Yeah.
Hmm.
See?
It's fair tax.
No, I don't have that sheet. Or I don't.
Yeah,
You don't have this
it's
one?
It's in that file. Okay.
Yeah,
Well-
25 a call.
That's all I was doing.
$10
was,
2
you know,
hours.
Here it is.
Palmer's 25.
and we could switch that overtime. 25 for the first 2, or for the first 2 hours, which comes to the 1250. I said, and then 1250 after
2 hours.
Well,
2 hours.
But you were talking about minimum wage a while ago.
Yeah, exactly.
But right now, we're below minimum wage too, so.
That's what I mean.
Because you're paid per call, not per hour.
Yeah, you're paid.
This is just the
So
overtime.
it's
When
that's a funny situation because you're not an hourly employed.
It's only hourly when you hit the overtime.
The thing, everybody says or people say we're a volunteer fire department. We're not a volunteer fire department. We're paid on call, which puts you in a completely different category.
Right.
So, I was thinking $25 per call, $25 for training, and, I was thinking $13 for, overtime. I don't know. And this is up to the officers. We tried this out for a while, where if you look back at what little records we could find, where the call volume really came up was, that's another touchy situation. People were getting paid as soon as the pager went off. And that shouldn't happen, but you still have to respond, you still have to leave your job. I understand that, I do understand that. But here's some place we can save money. Another place was, and only an officer is gonna be able to tell this when you get out there. If you get on an accident, of course a fire call is all call, but if you get on an accident, it's where most of our calls are 1050s. You get on an accident, that first in scene says, hey, we've got 4 people in a truck. We don't need anybody else. And if they haven't left the station, that saved you money. And, that's where most of our calls and expense comes from 1050s. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and say, that's somebody else's call. You don't want to ever stop somebody from coming, but.
It's also,
The way I'm kind of doing it is, if we have enough people, we have somebody at the station, I'm not gonna have them come out if we don't need them. I'd rather them stay here in case we get something else than to come out there and all of us be out there.
And that's a good point.
But
if you've told them to man the station, then I can see paying them.
Yeah.
If they're here cleaning the floors, cleaning trucks,
Right.
cleaning the station, something, then I'll
Then
pay them when I get back. But if they're gone, then
Sorry
they're
about
getting
that.
accountability. That's it.
I'm not gonna
So
be that guy to second guess what you,
Yeah,
that,
me either.
either your officers, any of you, I'm not gonna do that. But
that's my theory. And if
sounds
we
good.
get on, like we had a structure fire, we had it knocked out. I went ahead and sent tankers back to get filled up, put back station, everything. Like, I'm trying to keep the least amount of people on scene as possible and get ready for the next one.
But
call.
don't let us make you so self-conscious that you're cutting yourself short. Don't do that. You do what you think, and
But also at the same time, our payroll is gonna go down. Cause as soon as Rich would leave, go over the radio, he'd be en route, when he really wasn't en route. You know what I'm saying? He'd go over the radio and say, one's en route when he hasn't even come to the station yet.
he would be
So we'd automatically get paid.
he'd be that $30, no matter whether it was something or not,
Yeah.
what you're saying.
So the way it's working right now, if the truck doesn't roll, we don't get paid.
Okay.
It always irritated me when he did that. FD1 and route. Well, you sign that, you're getting paid. And if a truck rolls, you're gonna get paid now. Because I'm going en route to the station, and then we'll go en route from here to the scene.
Well, I don't want your mindset to be, oh my God,
I
I don't want to send people, but I also want your mindset to be, your own mindset to be is, we were bombarded in that tax hearing by questions. It was like, the majority of your calls are out on a highway, and what's that costing us? We couldn't tell them. When we have that tax hearing every year, we want to be able to say, this is what it's costing you, and this is what we're collecting. So, whatever happens with this, we'll, nothing's set in stone. If let's say we lower everything like we just said it is, and then a month from now or 6 months from now, it's just not working. He comes to us and says, it's just not working. Nothing's set in stone. Am I right?
Yeah.
Right.
No. Okay. I mean, as long as you guys
Right.
know that.
Yeah,
Because
because
we don't know right now. We don't know for sure how much money we're gonna collect.
You guys are gonna be getting a good clump.
I don't think so. I mean,
By April, you guys will be getting a lot of money. I mean, you guys charge the entire year.
well,
You guys are gonna get it.
our estimate that was given to us was, quote me if I'm wrong, 373,000. The last budget we got of the fire department was 300,000. So that gives you 73,000 for
oops.
breakdowns or something. So, and if it comes in,
But we're not, that's not counting the wrecks or anything like that either.
that's counting, that's what we collect, that's what your budget was last year, and that's what we're collecting, proposed collecting.
From
Coming
tax money,
from the tax money is 373,000, that's what we're supposed to collect.
but, so that doesn't count the wrecks or anything though, that we're gonna be.
No, that's not guaranteed money.
No, what I'm saying is, that's what our projected collection, and that's what our projected tax collection is, 373,000 is what I should say. But
Anything else, like wrecks and stuff, would be extra, but
I don't know, cause that's why we're so skeptical. My gosh, I mean, right now, if you look at the necessities that we're spending, gas, insurance, utilities, whew, I mean, I had no idea. And I used to be sitting in his seat. I never thought about it, never worried about it, because I had two entities to suck from. Don't have that now, you know.
We got tax money now.
Huh?
There's tax money
There's
now.
tax money now, and we're obligated
We have to answer for that.
to do
And
what's right for them.
Going up now
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, insurance is definitely going
yeah, insurance is ridiculous, but
Well,
with the inventory.
you know,
anything else on this?
only question like the question I get asked a lot of times, and I'll be the first to tell you, I was as much to blame as the question or what I'm getting ready to ask you, because I used to do it myself. But rolling trucks with one person in them. I mean, if you roll a tanker, what the hell are you gonna do when you get there? Are you gonna run the tank or a pump? Are you gonna run the pump plus put out the fire by yourself? I mean, that's
Depending on, like daytime right now,
yeah, it's tough.
we're trying to, I got one application, possibly gonna get another one. I'm trying to get more daytime people, because right now we are on a crunch.
And there's no work here anymore, so where do people work? I understand that.
So,
Yeah. And I was
I mean,
as
we're
guilty
kinda-
as the next guy. I used to roll the truck, I'd come in here 100 mile an hour, ready to go.
But you could be meeting somebody else that's not coming to the scene as well.
Right.
Or coming to the station. They could
Well,
be
see,
to
when-
the scene.
And you'll have radios, so you know that now. Before we
Right.
didn't. I mean,
Right.
before you had a pager, and
Right.
you couldn't talk to anybody else. I mean, you just had to come to the station and pray somebody showed up.
and I try to tell them, like the close guys, like Matt and Rick and them,
Mhm.
that just right across the tracks, give us 5-10 minutes.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna take me 10 minutes, but if it's in the middle of the night, get up, get dressed, get here. So give us a little bit more time to get a couple more people,
But
if
also
you
looks
can.
good when you roll a truck though, right away. You
Yeah,
got at least 2 or 3 guys.
but it does, if you got a couple guys.
If you got a couple guys, but you should never, on a structure fire, you should never roll a truck with more than at least 3 or 4 people in it. If it's a structure fire, should never roll a truck without 4 people in it.
Sometimes we don't have it.
Well,
And depending
if you
on-
can count to 100, and I don't mean like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, give yourself, like you say, give yourself enough time. And I'm telling you, standing there waiting, 1 minute is an hour.
Longest time,
Yeah.
yes.
Oh,
I
That's
know, if you're ready to go, but just,
Yeah.
I mean, but look at the last structure fire we had. How long did it take for everybody to get there? I I mean, it took a long time. I mean, it was just me, Turtle, and one other firefighter.
We were blessed because we had die makers and everybody worked in town.
Yep.
Pace.
Pace,
And they all let us leave.
we were
And we got
blessed.
paid
Everybody leave.
from them to leave.
Okay.
So, you know, it
Anything
was
else?
nice back in the day.
That's it. All the people who own that place lived in this
Yeah.
town.
But sometimes we gotta roll
Yeah.
one in a truck.
I understand
and a
that.
tanker and a pump.
No, I'm not knocking it. I just, you know, that was a question I had that I get asked.
You
so-
know, I had put down here, you know, walk through the station, 7:30. I'm saying, let's not walk through the station unless you guys want to.
Okay.
I would ask this though, inventory done completely,
It just needs to be typed up. I mean,
So-
finished typed up
so
and valued.
Get the
do
shower
we,
But
does it look
You the
like,
man. I don't need to walk.
Like a month ago.
I don't need to walk.
we've got stuff to,
I need to take a
sell, we've got stuff to jump.
I'm sorry. I had to
So
give you
there is
some
some
crap.
stuff that's, we need to get rid of,
there's some stuff that we can sell?
sell and jump.
Okay.
And you got all that labeled on that thing, so, yeah. And he's
All
got
that
me
stuff.
copied on that, so once they get it all done, I have it, I can print it out and get it to everybody as well.
All the stuff that we wanna get rid of, still, whatever, we didn't put a price on it. We just, so it's not inventory. Well, it's inventory, but it's.
So it's not included in my figures here.
My thoughts on the equipment that's got, and like, was there still a bunch of old air packs upstairs? Okay. There's some websites we can sell some of that stuff on, or there's an auction site that we can go to, whatever, you know, whatever makes it the quickest. And, you know, I'd said something to Jason Clark when we had the open house out there, and he said we could lay it all out there to take pictures as long as it didn't stay out there. He said, he wasn't gonna have another mess out there, is what he said. So, and I said, well, if it happened, talk to Brandon. That's all I'm saying.
You might wanna call John Deere and see what those tracks are worth, and if we put them out for bids or something.
I'm pretty sure we paid 3,500 for it.
3,500.
Yeah, they just put a set of tracks on another one over there earlier this, or last week.
So, do you all do not want them at all? So, by the next meeting, get a hold of John Deere and see what they'll give us for.
And these are tracks from what?
The Gator.
The gator that we bought 2 years ago.
Gator
They're
one.
third party though, John.
That we sold, that we got rid of?
No,
Oh,
that was
so-
the
Oh, the
new
other
one.
one? Okay.
Yeah, it's the one I tried to talk him out of getting the tracks for.
Wouldn't listen. Should have, we knew that was gonna happen.
Well, the steering
But
was-
anyway,
steering
all right.
wasn't heavy.
If there's no other discussion about anything, I'm gonna ask this meeting to be adjourned.
Calls and trainings were 25,
Second it.
25.
and then 13 for overtime.
Yes.
13, 12, 50, whatever we come up with.
But all this is talked about, right? This is-
Yes.
Correct, yeah.
Yeah, we're just
It's
tables.
just brainstorming.
And everything through December 31st, that payroll will be based on whatever we've had, you know, whatever you've been
There's-
getting.
Yeah, yeah.
So, yeah.
The purpose of it is that everybody understand, everybody listens to what we got, and you guys, you guys have been open and spoke up here, which I like, but, you know, you just need, it's better if you talk without us being here. You know,
Right.
I understand that, I do understand that.
Yeah. You don't take it to your
doesn't
meeting.
matter to me. I'll talk to you guys and talk to the firefighter. I mean, it doesn't matter to me.
Well,
I just wanna make sure that.
no, we're not making any decisions, that's, we needed to discuss it. That's something we need to do as a board members, and we've done that, so.
Oh, yeah.
And then we'll make a decision on something the next time, or whatever you get back with us,
So, we'll get your input.
okay? All right, make a motion to adjourn.
Second.